Hello, you're watching Autofunk. This channel is a random assortment of generally car related content. My name's Llewellyn and this is a 2003 Fiat Stilo 2.4 Abarth. So this is a slightly different format to how I usually make videos. It's a really quick video really. This is a sale car and I'm just going to walk you around it and show you a bit about it, and if you want to buy it, get in touch. It will be for sale on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, etc. Or you can drop me find me on Instagram and drop me a DM. But yeah, 53 plate. The current owner who I bought it from has had it since 2011, so it's owned for the last 13 years by the same person. It's a bit of a project. MOT'd till the end of November. Runs absolutely fine, there's nothing wrong with it. There's a bit of a clunk from the rear, but mechanically it's fine. The Selly speed transmission works as it should do, and yeah, it's a fully functioning car ready to jump in and go wherever you like in, but it's a little bit tatty around the body. This angle that you can see now, this side of the car's the cleanest, but as we come around the other side you'll see some evidence of damage. So I'm just gonna go around it and just point out the various bits and pieces. So there's a scuff here, paint lift here and here. So ideally this tailgate panel needs painting. I removed some tints from the windows, so there's like a residue that needs to come off. I tried to do it at the weekend, but I got rained off, so I ended up not finishing the job, unfortunately. This side's the worst. It's not that bad. I mean, if you stand like that, it all looks fine. It's straight. There's no major dinks. There's a little bit of a dent on the front wing, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, at some point in its life, I don't know if it was keyed or for whatever reason, it's been painted down the side, but it's got paint reaction there. Lots of micro blistering here. If I rub my hand on there, you can probably feel it's not brilliant. Same story with this window. Needs the residue cleaning off, which is just a bit of a pain really. And then there's a crease in the wing just there. But yeah, all in all, very straight on the body. It definitely needs that side painting if you're fussy. I wouldn't say it needs a full respray. Oh, and the same here, look, there's paint reaction there, which is quite irritating. And then the front bumper, as you'd expect on a 20-plus-year-old car, there's a few scrapes. The headlights aren't too cloudy. It's not suffering from cataracts too much. I'm sure they could be polished up nicely. So it's an awesome project, and to be honest, these cars are extremely rare. I had a look on how many left, and I think there's something like 39 of them remaining as taxed vehicles on the road, and I reckon most of those are probably the Schumacher edition ones. So just to find a standard silver 2.4 Abarth, I mean, I don't know, less than 10 on the road, something like that. So it's one of those rare but nobody cares cars, I know. But yeah, if you want exclusivity on a budget and you want some Italian sportiness with racing heritage, with the Abarth name, etc., then look no further. And it is actually quite a well-equipped car. It's got auto headlights, leather interior, centre armrest, dual zone climate control. You can see the interior would clean up really well. There's a little bit of a repair needed on that bolster. I think you could probably fill it and blend it in somehow and clean that up. Obviously it needs a massive vacuum. Back seats are a little bit creased from where they've been flapped down, but it's nice and tidy in here really. Headlining's good. So I'll just start her up. I'm going to try and keep this video less than 10 minutes, but I tend to waffle a bit. So if I start it, holds a nice idle. The only warning light on the dash is bulb failure. Now I've had a look at the bulbs and they all seem fine, so what the problem is there, I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's all good. Stereo works. For some reason in here it's got a DIN slot. I don't know if it used to have a sat nav in it or something, God knows. And then there's another glove box here that's got the locking wheel nut set and the book pack in there. But yeah, it's actually a nice multifunction steering wheel. It's a very nice nice interior for the age of the car. It's a bit, I think they were aiming for Golf market dominance on VW, and I think it was designed to sort of compete with the Golf at the time, but unfortunately anyone that wants to buy a Golf buys a Golf, and I don't actually think they've sold many of these. In fact, I heard a rumour that for every Stilo that was sold, I think Fiat lost something like €3,000. Anyway, so hopefully you've got a flavour of its condition. I'm just trying to be honest about it. I mentioned a knock from the back on the drive. I don't know if that's just something in the interior. I've had a play around with the exhaust and had a look at the suspension. It looks, you won't be able to see it on the video, but it's definitely had a rear sway bar recently, because the rear sway bar looks brand new, and it's had a new, I know it's had a new brake caliper on the driver's side rear, because again you can see that that's new. The tyres are all legal but mismatched and not brilliant. We go into here. The boot floor is rust free. No signs of any rear end shuntage or anything like that. It's got most of the toolkit and the spare in there. So that's that. I'll show you the engine bay. At the moment the engine cover is off. It needs to be bolted down, and I haven't got the right bolts. They need to be a certain length, and it was off when I bought the car for whatever reason, and yeah, I don't have the bolts to fit it back on. But the engine tray is present, but it's not on the car at the moment. Looks like it's had a bit of a rocker cover leak, or has a rocker cover leak at the moment, and also washer cap's missing. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but down there, and I'm not an expert on these engines, it's a bit oily down there as well, so whether or not that rocker cover leak is just tracking down onto the block, I'm not too sure. It's had a new pair of front drive shafts. Again, I don't think you'll be able to see it on the video. You might be able to. See if I can zoom in on it. But yeah, both drive shafts on the front are new. And the guy that I bought it off was a bit of a Fiat enthusiast. He had a Schumacher, but used to run this as a daily. It's done 98,000 miles, by the way. So anyway, there it is. If you're interested, get in touch. I'm not after a great deal of money. Make me a sensible offer on it and it's yours. I mean, what else could you buy? 5-cylinder 2.4 sporty hot hatch from the early 2000s, where there's only probably less than 40 on the road. I think it's a good value car, and I think it will be a future classic, really. And it's definitely restorable. It's not too far gone. It's not a rot box. I mean, just zoom in quickly on the arches. It's a nice car. It just needs somebody that's gonna take it and give it a bit of a lift, a little bit of paint, perhaps a new set of tyres. On the subject of the wheels, I've got a set of the Claw 3-spokes, which I think would look really cool on it. If you want to buy those, they're available by separate negotiation. I'm looking for a couple of £100. But maybe we could do a deal on the car and those wheels as well. Anyway, just a quick video today. Like I said, check out my other YouTube content. There's loads of stuff on weird and wonderful cars, Porsches, American cars. I've got a really nice Fiat Coupe 20 valve turbo LE that I sold a few years ago on the channel. I should have never have sold that car. It's beautiful. But yeah, there we have it. Thanks for watching. See you around for the next one.